सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रं भाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या योग विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषत् अध्ययन साधन योग दर्शन अध्ययन साधन द्वारा आत्म अनुभूति द्वारा कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् कर्मणि निष्ठितानां सदा सर्वदा दिग्विजयार्थं श्री महर्षि पतंजलि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ योग दर्शन आचार्याणां स्मरणम्। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम अथ श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रम द्वितीय पादः साधना पादः सूत्राणि। ओम तपस्वाध्याय ईश्वर प्रणिधानानि क्रिया योगः समाधि भावनार्थः क्लेशतनुकरणार्थश्च अविद्या अस्मिता राग द्वेष विनिवेशाः पंचक्लेशाः अविद्या क्षेत्रम् उत्तरेषां प्रसुप्ततनुविच्छिन्न उदाहरणाम् अनित्य अशुचि दुःख अनात्मसु नित्य शुचि सुख आत्मख्याति अविद्या दृग्दर्शन शक्त्योः एकात्मता इव अस्मिता सुख अनुशयी रागः दुःख अनुशयी द्वेषः स्वरसवाही विदुषः अपि तथारूढः अभिनिवेशः ते प्रतिप्रसवहेयाः सूक्ष्माः ध्यानहेयाः तत् वृत्तयः क्लेशमूलः कर्माशयः दृष्टादृष्टजन्म वेदनीयः सति मूले तद्विभागः जात्यायुर्भोगाः ते ह्लादपरितापफलाः पुण्यापुण्यहेतुत्वात् परिणामतापसंस्कारदुःखैः गुणवृत्ति अविरोधाच्च दुःखमेव सर्वं विवेकिनः हेयं दुःखम् अनागतम् द्रष्टुदृश्ययोः संयोगः हेयहेतुः प्रकाश क्रिया स्थितिशीलं भूतेन्द्रियात्मकं भोगापवर्गार्थं दृश्यम्। Friends, very very important topic as regards sadhana to experience self and get kaivalya is concerned from yoga darshana marga standpoint. So drashtu drushta drushya samyoga is the hetu for the samsara called as dukkha. Dukkha bahulya samsara ka hetu न दृष्टा है न दृश्य है, फिर दृष्टा दृश्य का संयोग. Therefore, the moksha also is not anything to do with drashta or drishya's presence or absence, but to do with the viyoga of them. So for that, what is drashta is clearly understood. दृष्टा कौन है? बुद्धि का जो है केवल ज्ञाता है. दृष्टा बुद्धि है प्रतिसंवेदी पुरुषः. बुद्धि प्रतिसंवेदी पुरुषः दृष्टा. Who is just an onlooker, a seer, an observer, a knower of buddhi, whatever thoughts it is getting. हो गया. Then what is दृश्यम? The best way we are given the Bhashyam for the Sutra. Sutra given by Patanjali ji, Vyasa Bhagavan gave us Bhashya. What is Sutra said about the Drushya to be clearly understood? One aspect is everything in the universe is in one way Drushya, but when it comes to the sadhana Drushti, whichever takes position in the womb of our thought and becomes a part of our chitta, that alone is the Drushya which bothers us, about which we have to bother to eliminate. Be attentive. Therefore, the Vrutthis are the Drishyas. Although in the Vritti, the content may be of the world, but the content world, be attentive, never troubles us unless it comes to us through the Vritti. Therefore, the problems are with the Vrittis, not with the world. This is a very important, subtle understanding for Adhyatmika Pragati. Okay. So, the three aspects of the Drushya is told are what? One is Prakasha Sheelam, second is Kriya Sheelam, third is Sthiti Sheelam. This is one aspect of Drushya to be understood. Therefore, everything which is in the Prakasha Sheelatva, Kriya Sheelatva, Drishta, Sthiti Sheelatva में है, सारा दृश्य के कैटेगरी में आते हैं. Second, this Prakasha Sheela, Kriya Sheela, Sthiti Sheela, Drishyam. How it expresses as for us to perceive is Bhuta Indriya Atmakam. As Panchamahabhutas and the Indriyas, it expresses as. Therefore, all the Upadhis which are in the form of Panchamahabhutas and Panchamahabhuta bed Indriyas, remember they all fall in the category of Drishya only. For me, the Drashta. Then why? What is the purpose of this दृश्य जगत? कोई ऐसा ऐसे खामखा आ गया क्या? नहीं नहीं, दो चीजें. Okay, for an agnani, the drishya is there for the bhoga. For a jignasu mumukshu, the drishya is there for the apavarga moksha. For a mukta purusha, drishya is not there. Ha-u, ha-u, ha-u. The whole drishyam, the annam is aham. The drashta, the annadaha, aham. Then the shloka krita, the sanghata karta also is aham. Just now we studied in Taittiriya, the last portions. For a Jivan Mukta, there is no drashta drishya sambandha, drashta drishya differentiation to get bound. Drashta drishya are the vrittis out of ignorance, superimposed on that one without second pure conscious self. It's a pure Vedantic thought. Keep it in mind. Helps here also. Okay. Now in this Prakasha Kriya Sthiti Shilama mein, at one place all the things are brought and told to us by Sri Vyasa Bhagavan, that we need not go anywhere. Like for example, what? Prakasha means the Sattva Guna, Kriya Shila means Rajo Guna, Sthiti Shila means Tamo Guna. One. Second, they are always there in the world, even in Jivan Mukta, but they don't trouble him. He's a master of them, anytime he can transcend. Yeah. Other than him, in all of us, these three gunas will be there. Jivan Mukta alone can transcend them and be in the self. At the नीचे लेवल में आ जाओ तो हम सब के अंदर वो तीन होते हैं. होना पड़ता भी है, जरूरी भी है. As we told yesterday, without tamoguna you can't have a good sleep or rest. Without rajoguna we can't continue our survival, the livelihood. Without sattva guna, how can you know the things? है ना? बिना ज्ञान का, बिना क्रिया का, बिना द्रव्यत्व का जीवन नहीं चलेगा. You need rest, you need work, you need knowledge. Knowledge is expression of sattva guna, work expression of rajoguna. Then you need the nidra, rest is expression of tamo guna. They are all very much there. Second point. Third is what? They are friends to each other. They are not enemy. and they are beautifully in support with each other, in coordination with each other. Third point. Fourth is what? When one is becoming predominant, other becomes subordinate to it. At the time of subordination of the other two, don't think that they are not at all there. They are there. They are waiting for their opportunity to come. अब उनका मौका आता है, the other two गुणा से, अबे तुम्हारा टाइम है, तू आगे चल, हम तुम्हारे पीछे रहते हैं. In this way, there is a perfect talmel between three gunasu. That's the meaning of all these words. Ki itaretra upashrena uparjita murtaya paraspara angangityapi asambhinna shakti prabhagaha tula jatiya tulya jatiya shakti vedanupatinaha. All of them. And how much ever they that way in combination bind the jiva, yet they have their own independent individuality. Like a G20, every country comes to be a part of it and plan for some common projects. How much ever that is done, but each one is independent or not. And a team of 10 people led by a leader. So he leads, they are following and they are trying to achieve a project. Yet, are they not each one independent again? Within the project only independently given responsibility, or beyond the project they have independent existence. In the same way ये जो है ना तीनों गुण परस्पर करते हुए भी मिलकर काम अपने इंडिविजुअल व्यक्तित्व को नहीं छोड़ते हैं. Tamas is there, always there tamas. It may affect rajas tamas, but it doesn't lose its identity. Rajas also, sattva also. So in this way, pradhana velayam upadarshita sannidhanaha. When one become pradhana, other two become subordinate to. अपि च व्यापार मात्रेण प्रधानांतर नीत अनुमिताः अस्तिताः. In the pure pradhana mula prakriti, they are submerged as if they are not at all expressed. But at the time of creation, they come out to express, showing their all power quality. And like a singer traveling in train, nothing is expressed of his singing capacity. But after finishing the journey, when he goes for the concert, see the wonderful ganas coming out. So to instrumentalists, so to artists, सारे अपने मौका आते हैं प्रदर्शन करते हैं. See that cinema actors and cricketers, they just move for various ribbon cuttings and all. Only when they're on the grounds or in behind, beyond, in front of the camera, then their action or play comes to expression. So to these three gunas, when the need comes, they keep expressing. Otherwise, in the mula prakriti pradhana, they are in the unexpressed form. Okay. Sannidhi matra upakarinaha ayaskanta manigal. This is the most important thing. Very, very important for sadhana. Very, very, very important for sadhana. What is it ki? When we as a Purusha have Sannidhi, proximity with these three gunas, those three gunas inherently, naturally impose their effect on us. Like a hot furnace is there around. It is burning, hot air is there around. When I go there, it is inherently in the nature of the furnace that it affects me. I receive that heat. So if I don't want the heat to be received, what is the common sense? उस गली में जाना ही नहीं. That is the meaning of Vishaya Vinivartante Niraharasya Dehinaha. So Sannidhi Matra Upakarinaha Ayaskanta Manikalpa means whether it is Tamo Guna, Rajo or Sattva, because our Sannidhi to them, they influence their influence on us. Purusha is Gunatita basically. But Purusha going through each of the guna, behaving like a jiva because of the proximity with these three gunas. Therefore, sadhana kya kare? As much as possible, don't have the proximity to begin with from the tamo and rajo guna, whatever they are. Have more in proximity only with sattva guna so that you remain influenced by sattva guna. But sattva also is a guna or a rope. No, it also ties and binds us. Therefore, that sattva guna, when it is used for tattva, Chintana. Through that, when the Tattva Anubhuti comes, then we have risen above the influence of these three gunas. Thereafter, we use the gunas, but they don't bind us. Guna avartante ityeva ya avatishtati na ingate. That is why the importance of Sannidhi Matra Upakari. है ना? जैसा संग वैसा रंग in a gross way as we talk. Continuously be friendly with a तमोगुणी व्यक्ति और रजोगुणी व्यक्ति और दुष्ट व्यक्ति. उसके थॉट्स पहले हम बहुत सेंसिटिव होकर अरे तो ऐसा कैसे बोल रहा है कहेंगे, बट सुनते सुनते हमको उसका बुराई का इतना आदत लगता है कि एक दिन वो अच्छा बोलता है, हमको लगता है अरे क्या हो गया, तू बिगड़ गया आज, ऐसा बोल रहा है. वो इसे बहुत गाली देने वाला, एक दिन नहीं दिया मानो गाली, इट इज एन आश्चर्य, अभी आदत हो गया. Physically as jaisa sang vaisa rang, subtly also with whatever the tamoguna we are in proximity, the tamoguna overpowers us. Rajo hai to rajo padta hai, satya hai to satya. Therefore, to escape rajo tamo, only way is be exposed to sattva so much the rajo tamo are totally vashinane. That a whole day filled with the sattvic activities, so that the माइल जो है रजो तमो का 1000 ऑफ लाइफ से जो इकट्ठा है वो जाएगा. यू आर डूइंग दैट एवरी डे फॉर 1 hour of the class. Being in the sattva guna of jnana prapti, the rajo guna of the kama krodha and tamo guna of the dravyatva, slowly we are coming out. But that power of rajatva so much that after the class again we go for it. But add more and more hours of sattva guna. It will be very pain in the beginning at the time of removing, like anything inside the body and thorn. To remove it is so painful. आखिर चुभा है वो, थोड़ा दर्द दे रहा है, but try to remove it. It will give so much pain. But if you don't remove it, will create that septic and all infection. So to रजो तमो निकालने के टाइम इतना दर्द होगा because of the joy we got from it, from such millions of lives. We are habituated to so much. But then once we transcend those two by our proximity, the only sattva guna, there is a fulfillment. And with that sattva, using for tattva, when we discover the Purusha tattva in us, the liberation, the moksha. Clear? After this is said, now we see the Bhashya. What is the main thought we saw? Kivi Sannidhi Matra Upakarinaha, Aiskanta Manikalpaha. All the three gunas influence themselves, show their influence depending on the Sannidhi of us with the Purusha. I am the Purusha, the Triguna-atmika Prakriti, उसके सन्निधि से मैं इफेक्ट होता रहता हूँ. ओके. प्रत्ययमन्तरेण एकतमस्य वृत्तिमनुवर्तमानाः प्रधानशब्दवाच्या भवन्ति. Out of these three, when the other two are less predominant, one is predominant, then it is called that pradhana vritti influencing us. Again, like between morning 5 to 7, evening 6 to 8, we are in the Sattva Guna Vritti Satsang. And morning 7 to evening 5, we are in Rajoguti Guna Pradhana, working in the house, in the world. Then night 9 or 10 to morning 5, we are in Tamoguna. So when one is there, the other two are subsiding or take the side position or become subordinates. That is the meaning. Okay. So first thing is explained about these three. Prakasha Kriya Sthiti Sheelam is Drusyam Hogar. Okay. Now second one. What is that? Bhuta Indriya Gunatmakam is Drusyam. What is the Bhuta Indriya Gunatmakam ki? Tad etat Drusyam. I am reading the Vyasa Bhashya for you. Tad etat Drusyam, which is Prakasha Sthiti Kriya Sheelam, which is Sattva Rajastama Gunatmaka, which is Mula Prakriti Pradhana, whatever you call it. That one. Bhuta Indriya Atmakam. It expresses as Bhutas and Indriyas. So Bhuta Bhavena Pruthivyadina. That alone expresses as Prithvi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, Akasha. एक पंच महाभूत कहते हैं ना. These all पंच महाभूतास are expression of the दृश्य only. Panchabhautika. And with that Panchabhuta, only all Stula Dehas are made. Therefore, what all the Stula Dehas, including ours, is made of Panchamahabhutas. What are the Panchamahabhutas? They are nothing but the Drushya only. Therefore, keep them in the Drushya category only. Don't become identified with it. Become identified with them and call that it is me. ये यहाँ केयरफुल रहना, ये अभ्यास करना पड़ता है. रिमेंबर, एनी ऑफ द योग साधना कहो, योग आसन कहो, वेदांत कहो, जप कहो, श्रवणम कीर्तनम भक्ति साधना कहो, वी हैव टू डू द अभ्यास. बाबा मरते दम तक करते जाना होता है. Then only we enter into the groove of doing sadhana. Then only we will be able to enjoy the sadhana and result. like our Upanishad morning, evening classes. लगातार सुनते सुनते रहने वालों को ही they understand the rishi who has given that shastra. They understand the outline of the shastra. Slowly they understand the inner ingredients of that shastra. Then only the glory of them it is known. Then only we implement or practice sadhana is given. Then only the benefit of moksha comes to us. You are doing that ना by being regular to classes. You are grasping it. और थोड़ा करने से then you will understand what total Bhagavatam. Satyam param dhimahi projita kaitava paramadharmaha. So then once you are entering into the Bhagavatam deeply, the main goal of Bhagavatam is to become Bhagavata. And that is done by doing, that is achieved by doing Param Satyam Dhimahi, as well as the second one is Projita Kaitava Dharmaha. These two are done by when our mind is always in the Paramatma related things only. है ना, देह पूज्य है ना, तस्मात् भारत सर्वात्मा भगवान ईश्वरो हरि श्रोतव्य कीर्तितव्य ध्येय पूज्य च नित्यदा. Now to achieve this only so many stories. So through every of the story of the every of the skanda of the Bhagavatam, what we are doing, Bhagavan Ishvara Ravi, Shrotavyaha, Kirtidavyaha, Dheyaha, Pujyaha, we are doing this. By this, what are we doing? The Paramasatyaka Dhyana, ya Param Purusharthaka Bhakti we are doing. And by that, what are we doing? We are becoming Bhagavata. What is becoming Bhagavata? Experiencing oneness in Bhagavad Tattva. Once these basic principles are known, whatever you are studying Bhagavad, whichever story, you will be able to catch it. So that maturity will come with regularity. So to the Upanishad, no Taittiriya Upanishad. So Satyam Jnanavantam Brahma with Apnavati Bharam. So throughout the Upanishad, we are tuned to make us experience that Brahma Tattva in our own heart. All the things are explained by the Shruti Mata or the Gurus there. Idea aa jata hai. Here also, when we keep on doing the sadhanas or studies or shravanam, then only the clarity comes. Till it comes, we have to do. For some people, in 10 क्लासों में आते हैं, किसी को 1000 लगते हैं. Don't compare with others. So the practice that the whole upadhis dehadi are made out of panchamahabhuta, they fall in the category of drushya. I am the drashta. इसका अभ्यास जितना करें उतना जो है ना इन उपाधियों में जो हो रहा है उसकी इफेक्ट से जो we are suffering as samsari, we can reduce it. We are all the pure Brahma Swarup, Atma Swarup. All these upadhis are just projected on it. How much are real, how much are solid they appear. Identify, you suffer. Like how much real or solid the movie appears, but it's only projection on the screen of the movie. But if you give reality to it, then you enjoy when the hero is becoming successful, or you become miserable when the hero is getting kicked. It's only identification that giving you sukha dukkha on that which is projected, which is not real, but appearing to be real. So to entire Dehadi appear to be real, and if you give them the status of reality and then identify, then the non-existing never required dukkha. Is there any logic in becoming miserable when something happened to the hero in the movie? Illogical, because hero himself is mithya hai, or projected hai. When you know it that way, you'll never suffer. So when we know that the upadhis are made of panchamahabhuta, that is nothing but the drushya and nothing to do with me, the drashta. Establishing this knowledge through practice, then कुछ भी हो रहा है दृश्य में हमको कुछ नहीं होगा. This is how the yoga darshana works. वेदांत भी उसी को साक्षी भाव में रहो कहता है कि तदेत दृश्यम भूत इंद्रियात्मकम मीन्स भूत भावेन पृथिव्यादिना सूक्ष्म स्थूलेन परिणमते. सो सूक्ष्म स्थूलेन परिणमते. तो स्थूल एंड सूक्ष्म जो भी पंच महाभूत तन्मात्र है उस रूप में दिस दृश्य अलोन इज एक्सप्रेसिंग. क्लियर. सेकंड वन, तथा इन द सेम वे इंद्रिय भावेन श्रोत्रादिना स्थूल सूक्ष्म स्थूलेन परिणमते इत्तु तत्तु. सो इन द इंद्रियास आल्सो इंद्रिय भावेन आल्सो श्रोत्रादिना सूक्ष्म स्थूलेन परिणमते इति. Same drishyam appears as the indriyas. Bhuta is Panchamahabhutas Tanmatras. With that, all the Vishyas are made, Shariras are made. Same drishyam appears as Indriyas. Indriyas also are two types, Sthula and Sukshma. According to Yoga Darshanam, Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, and Manaha put together are called as Sthula Indriya. Then Ahankara and Mahatattva, they call it as the Sukshma Indriya. ऐसे योग दर्शन में थोड़ा कहने में इधर उधर फर्क है. You understand the main thing, that is enough. Sthula Indriya is Dasha Indriya and Mana, because they always are grasping the outer world. Then they say the Mahatattva Ahankara is the Sukshma Indriya. They talk in that language. So in the same way, totally. So therefore, Bhuta Indriya Atmakam. So the Sthula Bhuta and Tanmatra, Sthula Indriya and Sukshma Indriya ke roop mein the Drushya only. Therefore, the more we study this, practice this, and say to us कि ये सब दृश्य है, दृश्य है, दृश्य है, मैं दृष्टा हूँ, दृष्टा हूँ, दृष्टा हूँ, my job only to see it, see to it. Anything happens that I am not going to be touched, I am not going to be disturbed. When we go on entertaining these thoughts, the earlier thoughts of identifying with that and suffering, they start getting loosened. It's a very subtle, delicate internal practice to be done on the seat of meditation for some days, some time. Thereafter, not only there, throughout the day, we have to maintain it. I am the drashta, the whole world is drushya. इनका संयोग होगा हेतु फॉर द संसार दुख. होने मत दो संयोग. Out of ignorance and wrong practice, we allowed the samyoga to happen. Now, through wisdom and right practice, we will not allow the samyoga to happen. This much is the second thought. Okay, bhutendriya atmakam. Now, third is what? Bhoga avavarga artham. What is bhoga avavarga artham? Ki tattu na aprayojanam. The expression of this drushya is not without prayojanam. Then apitu prayojanam urari krutya pravartate. It has got within itself a prayojana to give to the Purusha. Therefore, these three drishyas are there. Pravartate iti bhoga apavargartam hi tat drishyam purushasya iti. Therefore, for the Purusha to give bhoga, that is sukha dukkha, which is called samsara, apavarga, to give the moksha, this drishya pravartate. Again, in our own wisdom or ignorance, use this drishyam for the bandhanam or use this drishyam for the moksham, it is in our hands. All that topic, and there also ayam tu karutrishu guneshu kartrishu akartrishu purushe tulya tulyate chatute taddu tav eto bhoga vargo buddhi kurto buddha. It's a beautiful 3 or 4 very powerful thoughts, actually, which are the summary of entire Vedanta only, is being explained to us by Bhagavan Vyasa as Bhashya to the third point of the sutra called as Bhoga Pavargartham Drushyam. So a Drushya is for Bhoga Pavarga, and Drushya is expressing as the Bhuta and Sukshma, Bhuta and Indriya, and that Drushya has got these three expressions of Sheelam of Prakasha, Kriya and Sthiti. So Prakasha, Kriya, Sthiti, Sheeli जिसका है, जो भूत और इंद्रिय के रूप में व्यक्त होता है, जो पुरुष का भोग और अपवर्ग के हेतु बनता है, that is called as दृश्यम. See how spashta this subject is. Unambiguous, crystal clear. But anyway, again, our habit of getting lost in the drishya, identify with them, continuing the samsara, forced by desires, forced by vasanas, forced by compelling things, forced by obligation, duty, तुरंत हम भूल ही जाते हैं इन सब चीज को. पहले के चोर, उसको पुलिस स्टेशन में ना पकड़ कर इतना काउंसलिंग करते हैं, वो सुनता ही नहीं, बट वो लोग बोलते जाते हैं एज इफ दे आर लिसनिंग. ये सब सुनेगा, वो जेल में रहेगा 3 महीने. इन द जेल ही विल थिंक ओनली वन थिंग, कि when I come out, where and how effectively, successfully I have to steal. Like we are also in the class. Immediately after the class, which breakfast we have to make, which lunch we have to make, where we have to go, while being in the class. Now, naturally, when these thoughts are entertained, especially toward the end of the class, we go there only. That person in the jail, when he comes out, his thought was only about it unambiguously. He will only look for the opportunity, कार चोरी दोबारा करे. In spite of all the counseling given by the police and all. So too, in spite of all our acharyas, gurus teaching through this, you are drashta, they are drushya, need not to have the sanyoga, which is the hetu for samsara dukkha. हम आधे दिमाग से सुनते हैं, सुनने के हमारा माइंड क्या है, कौन से दृश्य का भोग करूं, संपर्क करूं. दिस इज द थॉट गोइंग ऑन इन द माइंड. These are the very, very subtle, delicate, intricate mistakes we are doing, because of which, in spite of our study of Shastra, not even a little change is happening in our life to become sadhaka from the samsari. अगर साधक ही नहीं बना तो सिद्धि कैसे मिलेगी कि मैं दृष्टा हूं, सारा दृश्य है. Think about it. These are the ones to again reveal, again Guru Kripa alone can help us. Then practicing that consciously all the time to remain as drashta, not getting affected by the drishya is a huge practice. कुछ 5-10 जन्म हमको उसी को करते रहना पड़ेगा. Then only that influence which was developed from millions of lives of the drishya on the drashta because of sannidhi matrena, that can be cut off. Sannidhi matra upakari. And all of that is fulfilled only in discovering the self. After the self experience is gained and establishment is done, to check it, we go to again Drishya Jagata, where we see we remain as Drishya, not touched by the, remain as Drashta, not touched by the Drishya. That's a Jivan Mukta. A Jivan Mukta, being in the self, allows the Upadhis to work in the Upadhis. He doesn't get into that. Only he knows that. Who reached that state, they alone can know it. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. That Bhogapavardhagam aspect tomorrow we will see. Little lengthy it is, but beautiful.